Welcome back to another episode of Greasy's Garage. We got a new build series coming today. Let's get to it. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Greasy's Garage. You know, over the few years that we've been having Greasy's Garage as a company selling the soaps and things like that, we did a few giveaways. One year we gave away a 1928 Roadster pickup truck. We built it here. My friend Zach Parks helped me over at Wired Customs, helped me build it, and we built that right here in the shop, and then we gave that away. And then the next year we decided to do a build series, a build experience, if you will, of a 32 Ford Roadster, and that's what this is right here. This is that car that we decided to give away. So last December we announced the winner, and we were going to give away this car and a build experience. He's going to get to come into the shop, build the whole car with us from the frame up, and then we went down a rabbit hole. Okay. So the guy that won it, super cool guy, he's actually behind the camera right now. As we've become really good friends, okay, and find out he's actually a veteran. So it's been really cool, and we've gotten to know each other. And so he comes over and hangs out, and we've been doing a lot of stuff together. He's helped me with Project America, that kind of stuff. But here's the story. This was his car. This is the build he had. This is what he wanted, or this is what he won. And then he said, okay, yeah, that's great, but man, I really do like that 5 window. He's like, what about if we build that? And I'm like, yeah, we could do that. We can do that. That's fine. If you want this instead of the Roadster, we'll build this. And he's like, yeah, I think I'd like to have air conditioning. And then he said, I don't know. He got online, started looking at pictures. You know, this is a free car, but it's a typical customer experience, okay, for me. So let's introduce you to Project Bravo 6. Come up here with me, Mr. Cameraman. This is Bravo 6. This is the project. So we decided to go, and I'm actually going to get out of the camera for just a second to give that a full view. Let you experience all that goodness right there. So Bravo 6, I'll keep talking while he's showing. Bravo 6 was his first command call sign when he was in the Army. That was his first command, so that's what he's going to name this car, Bravo 6. So here you have it. So let's talk about Bravo 6. I love the name. All right, this is a Brookville Roadster steel body. So we went from Fiberglass Roadster to Fiberglass 5 window to now steel body, and I can't be more happier than the decision he made. So we've done some upgrading, and we worked out some deals. We're going to build this car now. You can see it's kind of a kit car laying out. He went and got some 35 wheels and laid them out because he wanted to see what it looked like, and it was a cool picture. I was like, leave them. So, Brookville Roadster body.
I think if you're going to buy an original car, keep it all original. Buy a Brookville if you want to build your car.
So there's the body. That is a frame that we were going to use for there, but it still works for this. And guess where that came from? That came from Brookville Roadster. That's a Brookville Roadster frame. Anyway, so it's perfect fit. Comes with a grill shell. We've got to put the firewall in, the front floor. We're going to build this car out. So let's talk about where we're going with this car. So Bravo 6 engine. 302. We've already got the 302. We've already built the 302. It's on the engine stand right now. It's built. That's what's going in there. It's a little small block Ford 302. Got a C4 transmission going behind it. I'm going to put a nice little automatic transmission behind it. The rear end. Look at my Model A right there. That's a Ford Ranger rear end. Okay? Those things fit these things so perfect. They're perfect. So we've already been to the pick apart, which we done a video on, that we teased this build was coming. Remember that? If not, go back and watch that, where we pulled that Ford Ranger rear end out of that. And so that's what we're going to put in here. We'll go through it, put new brakes on it, restore it, refurbish it, that kind of stuff. So that's the rear end. Okay, so the transmission, and now the frame. So the frame comes as like this that you see, but we're going to box it in. I have the boxing plates. The boxing plates come with it. They already have the 32 Ford front cross member for the spring. We already have the cross member for the coilovers in the rear. So that brings us to the suspension. So we're going to do a coilover system in the rear. We're going to do a spring over axle in the front, just like 32 Ford had. Okay. Steering. It's going to have a Vega style box cross steering in it. This beautiful for these types of cars right here. And it gives it, because he's not going to run fenders. If he was going to run fenders, we might have talked about maybe upgrade of a suspension, but these things do not look good, in my opinion, with no fenders and not having the correct spring and everything. And we'll put a shock on it up there anyway as well. Wheels, these are not the wheels he's going to be running. We haven't completely decided on wheels, but we're going to run a nice radial tire. I'm going to guess we'll probably end up with something like that's on my Model A back there, with some steel wheels and hubcaps, beauty rings. I love that look. He liked that look. All the pictures he's been showing me of how he thought he would want to build it is showing those as well. Okay, tires, we're going to run some radial tires. All right, we're going to run nice radial, make this a comfortable ride. Okay, gas tank, we're going to put a 32 Ford gas tank in the rear. Interior, we're not sure about yet. We don't know exactly what we're going to do there yet, but it'll be nice. Color, anybody out there that builds cars knows that the color is going to change 20 times, but I think we're settled in on maybe a nice little hot rod black, and paint the frame black, the wheels black, kind of doing all black on black on black. Interior maybe a red or a white or something like that, with maybe a red pinstripe down the side, maybe a red pinstripe on the wheels, whatever. There's a lot of still questions, but as we build this, we'll go along. But that gives you a good overview of Bravo 6. I'm excited about this one, guys. I went from building a fiberglass body to one of the nicest steel bodies. So you're getting a brand new 32 Ford rear here. Even though it's got Brookville Roadster's name on it, it's their dies, their stampings, everything. Ford's, I mean. So if you're out there and you're looking for a fiberglass body for a 5-window or a Roadster, we got them for sale. I'll even build it for you if you want. But there, those are for sale if you're interested in it right there. So, Mr. Cameraman, is there anything that I left out?
No, I think you covered it all. I mean, there's a couple of really cool things. I found this car, and first I want to say in advance, I definitely put old Jeff through the ringer, man, because, you know, as I started, I was so excited when I won the damn thing. You know, I'm right on the interwebs, like looking at colors, looking at wheels, looking at options. And yeah, I changed my mind a lot on stuff, and he worked with me on that. And luckily, I mean, all the other stuff kind of came with it. It was just really a question of what body to put on it and what color to paint it, kind of a thing. But this one I found online out of Bowling Green, Kentucky, and it has the louvers in the back. Oh, yeah. I mean, the guy had a lot of little options. You know, there's kind of like a shopping list you can check off when you're ordering one of these from Brookville. And you know, he had a couple of really nice options I thought made it look that much better. Already had the dash in it. Came with the firewall, the better firewall. It's more original, and then also that metal floor pan inside.
Yeah. And already came with the door latches.
Yeah, door latches in there already.
So they're chromed over. We're gonna be painting, so we're not gonna do that. But
yeah, it's
really
already
hung.
Yeah, it's really cool. And you know, these things are, I'm just so dang excited. I've been watching videos, fantasizing about driving this thing, and you know, fortunately or unfortunately, you know, it takes like 6 months to make one of these fiberglass bodies. And
Yeah.
And so in that time, you know, I had a lot of time to
Yeah, you
think.
had a lot of time to think.
But anyhow, yeah, I'm just super excited, man. I can't wait. Bravo 6, by the way, you know, that was my first real call sign. I had a call sign when I was a platoon leader, but my first command was Bravo Battery. And the other cool thing is, you know, model a 32 Ford is called a Model B.
Model B, yeah.
And then
So-
32, 3 times 2 is 6. So, you know, I thought it was
Ah,
Destiny, Bravo 6.
it was Destiny. Yeah, for sure. All right, guys. So the next episode, what you're going to see is we're going to have to sand this body down and the frame. We're going to have to get it in epoxy primer. So that's what you're going to see next episode, which I'm going to go ahead and give the secret away. We're getting ready to film right now. We're going to be putting this thing in epoxy this weekend. So appreciate you. Love you. God bless you. Thanks for following this build. It means a lot to us. Now go do your American.